Imagine you are thousands of feet above sea level. Your oxygen is gone. Your fingers are black with frostbite. You are, by all laws of biology, about to die. And then you feel a hand on your shoulder. You turn around, expecting to see your climbing partner, but they are 50 feet ahead of you. You look back. There is no one there, and yet the weight on your shoulder remains. This is not a ghost story. This is a documented medical phenomenon reported by the world's most elite survivors. From the peaks of Everest to the sinking of the Titanic, survivors report a third man, an invisible entity that guides them back to safety. But the question isn't who they are. The question is, what happens to your mind when it decides to split itself in two just to stay alive? The term was first popularized after Sir Ernest Shackleton's 1914 Antarctic expedition. After their ship, the Endurance, was crushed by ice, Shackleton and two others marched for 36 hours across treacherous mountains. Shackleton later admitted that during that march, it often seemed to him that there were 4 people, not 3. His companions felt it too. None of them spoke of it until years later. They were afraid people would call them mad. If you're fascinated by the limits of the human mind and the dark corners of our reality, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We release these deep dive documentaries every week, and we're building a community of people who look closer at the world than most. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next investigation. But the third man isn't always a guardian. For many, the experience is pure, unadulterated horror. In 1933, Frank Smythe was attempting to climb Everest alone. At 27,000 feet, he became so convinced someone was with him that he reached into his pocket, broke a piece of mint cake in half, and turned to hand it to his companion. He was handing food to thin air. Medical experts call this the sense of presence. It happens when your parietal lobe, the part of your brain that defines where you end and the world begins, starts to malfunction due to extreme stress, cold, or isolation. Your brain literally projects your own shadow into the room with you, but your mind perceives it as a stranger. You are being haunted by yourself. Perhaps the most chilling modern account comes from the 78th floor of the South Tower on September 11th. News footage of the towers blurred for sensitivity. Ron DeFrancesco was the last person to escape the South Tower before it collapsed. He was trapped in a stairwell surrounded by smoke and fire. He had given up. He lay down to die. He claims a force physically grabbed him by the hand and led him through the flames. He didn't see a face, he just felt a grip that led him to the only clear exit. Is it a brain glitch, or is it something older, something that lives in the liminal space between life and death? But if the brain can project a helper, can it project a destroyer? There are accounts from solo sailors who report a fourth man, an entity that doesn't help but whispers. It tells them to jump. It tells them the water is warm. It tells them their family is waiting for them beneath the waves. This is the dark mirror of the phenomenon. When the mind breaks, it doesn't always choose to save you. Sometimes it chooses to end the suffering. We are now seeing this in the digital age. People in isolation, hikers lost in dead zones where GPS fails, are reporting these presences more than ever. It raises a terrifying possibility. Are we ever truly alone, or is our mind always populated by these silent observers, waiting for the right amount of trauma to step out of the shadows? Next time you're alone in the dark and you feel that sudden cold prickle on the back of your neck, don't turn around. Maybe it's just your brain playing tricks, or maybe it's your turn to meet the third man. Thanks for watching. Sleep well.